Welcome back to the Pro League once again, North American style. We've already seen Eager versus Envy game one. Envy took that one, well, I would say in spades, I guess, overall.
I don't know about that. Eonic got a few good plays off. Eager shows some signs of life there, especially towards the middle of the game. I think a better comp, some better builds, and they're going to be able to take game two. Let's see what happens. We'll be jumping right into the game.
Picks and bans will be on your screen momentarily. And really, I want to see the difference, honestly, between what jungle picks we're going to see this time around. Because right now, the djpernicus Nemesis pick, I'm not, like you said, I'm not against the Nemesis pick overall. I think it was just picked very, very early. Eager's actually going to be back to the Chaos side this time round. Envy will be the Order side once
that team just had no control. Best doesn't have any real CC unless he's ulting. Divios does, but not a ton of it, and it can be pretty hard to hit or pretty damning if he's in the wrong situation. Nemesis brings no CC to the table.
Now, you mentioned in an earlier cast we did earlier on this week, you believe the Order you feel is a little bit stronger in picks and bans right now?
I think first pick is a little bit stronger, yes.
And that's because of just a priority pick more?
There's just a little bit more to do with the first pick than I think the counters in this stage. It's been a long time since we've seen it that way. Team Eager going to take away Soul. Wow, okay.
Good
I didn't think that MLC Stealth had that big of a play that game.
I really feel Stealth's position, though, was very similar to his Scylla playstyle. He sits in the backside, deals out decent damage, doesn't really get caught out of position when he panics. When he gets in trouble, he just threes away, and that's pretty much the same as a Scylla.
Janna's going to be taken out. Team Eager, final ban of the first phase is going to be Khepri. The only, quote, top-tier support available is going to be Geb.
Would this be Kali again, straight away?
It could be Kali. Obviously one of the best characters in the game, and it's going to be. Eonic had an amazing game, player of the game in the previous one.
Now, the difference here is Kumba was not banned out. Kumba was banned out last time. Round Kumba is available for Eager this time if they want to check that one and take it for themselves.
It's going to be a Nemesis pick again. Okay.
Do they just feel the Nemesis into Kali?
Maybe what happened was they didn't get their strategy to work and they want to try to run it back. Maybe this is something they're comfortable with from scrims. So far, it hasn't worked out too well. I felt like TheBest didn't have much effect over the game. Nemesis had a few good plays where I think it really controlled Omega, but it's going to be an early Sobek.
Yeah, much earlier Sobek this time round. But Kiki, to be fair to him, credit to him, he had a fantastic game on that. His peel was fantastic from the front line. And Bellona locked in for Omega earlier this time. They banded away, did Eager against him. But this time, Omega's like, nope, I want it early. I want to be more of a frontline menace.
All right, we'll see Eager with their final pick here. Kumbhakarna is still available. Probably their best bet here. No, they're going to run the Ymir back.
Running the Ymir back as well. The same composition from Eager so far. Definitely a different lineup coming out from Envy, though, as Zeus is taken away from Envy.
Zeus?
From Envy.
I guess MLC Stealth is probably the premier Zeus player worldwide, so it's not a terrible drop. But Ratatosk are going to be taken away. No surprise there. Ban rate maintains much higher than what it says there. We did have one last week.
It's 100% pick ban rate against Eager.
Yes.
When Eager's involved in the game. That's the only time this god is getting seen. Overall.
4 games. It's been played once and now banned 3 times. Pretty incredible.
Surprising ISIS gets that deep into picks and bans without being picked up by either team. Instead, they went for priority picks. So ISIS gets taken away from Envy's opportunity to play in the mid lane. To be fair, though, ISIS, did Stealth really run it that much previously? He wasn't a big fan of it.
She's still a top tier. You still got to take her out. Final ban in the second phase and final ban of the game from Envy. Looking to probably hit solo? No, okay, they're going to go for Ho Yi. I would assume we're going to see a Rama pick from Eager and then a Nua pick from Envy.
Rama indeed is going to go over to Zapman again. Zapman had a very good game on that. Other than the first blood, he really didn't make too many mistakes whatsoever. Envy, though, they need a hunter and they need a mid laner here.
Let's see what they go for.
Kronos, Neath?
Now, you're assuming that Kali is going in the jungle.
You really think he's going to be AD carry?
It's possible. We've seen him do it a lot.
The combo with Sobek works out very well.
It does. Thor going to be your jungler, it seems, and Kali
gives the game away
to ADC. The issue here is they don't have any major ranged damage. Kronos would be the best bet here.
Will it be Kronos? And what Stealth's ability on Kronos is going to be the next question I'm going to ask now because we've not seen him play it too much. It's going to be Nua. It's got range.
It's going to be the Nua. Yeah, she still has the ability to push towers down, throw those little clay babies in there, chuck some shots at it. It'll be fine. Little clay babies.
I hate them. Back over to Eager, though. They need one more pick.
Wait, why do you hate them?
They're just annoying. They don't do what they're supposed to do when playing as
their brains are made of clay. What do you want?
I want Ravan as a last pick into Bellona. Ravan versus Bellona. So Ravan early game should put the beat down on Bellona, correct?
Yeah.
However, Bellona, once she gets going, Ravan should have a tougher time in team fights.
But again, we have 3 physical auto attackers. This time on the side of Eager, Envy able to counterpick very well. Bellona looking for Frostbound Hammer no matter what. So it's surprising to see someone build another auto attacker into a direct counter.
I want to see how much pressure see from Eager putting onto EnVyUs duo lane here against Kiki, against Cyclone, who are just basically going to look to farm through these early stages. There is a chance of good gank potential, especially with a Ymir and a Nemesis on this side. They could look for picks on Kali early.
I really like Eonic on Thor, much more than I like him on Kali. I think his Kali play was incredible. But when I think of Eonic, I think of great baiting, great positioning, and this is with Thor. Duh, what in the hell is that?
What is that? Do you know what it is?
Are you serious?
That's Hog. Is that what Hog looks like? Okay, so Wrath.
Yeah,
Wrath of
the Hogs are dead.
gods
We call them pigs now.
for Divios. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny joke.
It's pretty good for you,
Thanks.
especially.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so Raven with Hog early. It still only hits one creep.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, are we sure? It only hits one?
I'm pretty sure. Just highlight over it again.
Okay,
I'm
one more
gonna say
time.
it wrong.
We haven't seen this at a single enemy.
Yeah, single enemy for 480 damage. It will help them secure Golfios and Fire Giants, I guess. So is he looking for fast rotations in the mid game when Raven's just Power Spike really hits?
Maybe.
Before the late game hits?
Maybe.
He gives up a lot of dominance here, though, in the lane.
But he has no teleport. I mean, he's...
And that's the key. The teleport is going to be the biggest issue for them here. They're going to do backs here at the beginning of the game, so we're treating with Divios to see if when he uses this.
Wait, they're gonna take Wrath and not at least go for the mids?
I don't know.
Not gonna go for the invade? What's...
Is he using the Wrath on this?
I mean, you have a really good invade comp here. I mean, granted, it's Bellona Thor, but what could he be thinking about
Well,
this?
he holds the Wrath there as well. That's not going to get used at all at the moment.
He's
Left hand side, though, we've got an invade going on right now. Look at this. Eager going aggressive onto Kiki and Cyclone early. Not a surprise
Both
to see
stolen.
that. They steal him away.
So the first use of the Wrath is to automatically kill the pig and then go to lane.
You okay with that? So you get an experience advantage straight away.
Yeah, he gets the pig. It's fine.
It does mean, though, there's a little bit of pressure for Omega here just in this lane at the beginning of the game.
But Omega gets the pig anyway.
Oh, crashing in from TheBest. A good poke damage. Return from stealth, though, onto DJ to stop the aggression on TP.
Wait, got
the
it.
root hits, double tap hits as well.
Beautiful.
And it's TheBest who's in trouble here. In the minion wave,
Blocked.
too. In a minion wave as well.
Destruction.
He will fall down for first one. DJ's going to just run away here. He's going to continue to be chased.
Again?
Good route again from stealth, landing all
Okay.
those in hands.
Remember when we were in picks and bans and I'm like, I think it's going to be Nua after the Rama? That is why.
That was
The
a
dude
really
is a
good goal.
genius with
Really
this
good use
character.
of the passive.
There are,
Fantastic.
for me, there are 3 Nua players in the world. Okay, there's Lobster, who's incredible. There's MLC Stealth, and there's Kiki. 2 of those Nua players are on this team, which means they're sharing tech.
Really good situation.
That was unbelievable. It was a little lucky with the minions, but the first route set everything up. He gave himself time to get lucky.
And that was a
Beautiful.
response from Envy where Eager was being aggressive the whole time. Talking about aggression, Divios is getting beaten down now
Well,
in this lane so
He'll
far.
be fine. Omega can't chase him because he has Curse. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He doesn't have Curse. He'll be able to go back to the base and heal up and then come back with Teleport. Oh, wait, no, he bought Wrath.
He got Wrath for the Hog, so he can kill the ball.
He better do something crazy with this item.
Is that Wrath really going to give him enough of a lead by taking ball every single time he's up with just pressing Wrath?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there better
It's
be
the only
be
use.
some crazy stuff. Oh, he got the 1 minion. God bless.
He hit the big minion. That was about it. But he's still going to clear out the wave, and meanwhile Omega's going to put the beat down on him, use the Scourge to disarm him, force him back again. Left-hand side, there's still aggression from Eager, though. I love the fact that Eager's dual lane are going aggressive against this comp. You can't sit back and just let a Kali farm.
That was something.
That Wrath has just blown my mind right now.
I mean, I'm not even still on the Wrath. I'm going back to MLC Stealth. And
Yeah, the roots.
The double root was just... That means he hit the root, then hit 5 more auto attacks, and then hit the root again.
Perfectly
What a
timed.
beast.
Finds it and just picks up the double kill for himself as well. And the worst thing is, look at what Nuwa's built now.
Yeah.
Penetration, power, physical protection.
Doesn't
Three
even
things
go boots. She just wants to get some damage online as fast as possible and just start raining that Hellfire.
That Hellfire will help out multiple times, especially when you've got Eonic on this Thor who could just all over the map put the pressure on. You can have Nuwa influence the fight without even being there.
Right side, Stealth staying in
That
the
was really
fog.
smart. Loved that. He used the fog to just stay inside, tried to look for the route, and actually forced Best to crash out back to safety of his tower.
Omega a little bit early on that Scourge. Still winds up getting control and controlling Divios pretty heavily. Eonic slightly out of position here.
A little bit awkward here. Going to take a little bit of poke back damage, but instead of panicking, he turns the aggression back on. The ultimate comes out as well there from djpernicus as Eonic takes to the sky to avoid the snipes from Zapman.
They're going to return here. Check out Omega in the back line going for the control. Eonic does not hit the shot he needs. Aror, perfect
Good
wall.
from Aror. He will live because I know he will not. Kiki denies him with a fantastic block after the wall ends. And the rotation from Omega pays off.
And that's a kill for CycloneSpin's Kali. If there was ever a sentence you probably didn't want to hear if you were fighting against Envy, it'd be that one.
Not just that, they're going to lose the red and one of the balls by the looks of it there. I think
Yeah.
Zapman managed to defend one of those in that lane, but early on, things are looking great for Envy in this comp now.
And now it looks like CycloneSpin will have just enough gold to head back to the base, finish up those boots, which is going to be a 40 power spike for CycloneSpin.
And look at that difference from Omega too. Omega's actually going to go to lane with a full minion wave there. His ball's still standing with more gold than what Divios has.
Yeah.
Divios had already done his blue buff there, and the pig one more pig than him as well. And still there's a lead from Omega.
Wait, we
now.
got a fling here. Good opportunity. Kiki taking some damage. Nice wall by Aror, but it's not going to be enough for the kill. They will, however, burn Kiki's ultimate, although I don't see him really wanting to use that in the next 90 seconds.
Yeah, I think he'll play very safe, and I'll just go back to his own jungle, heal up potentially as well, as there's a whole jungle for them to clear here. They'll have to give up the left-hand harpies, as Stealth was going back to base as well, but still plenty of jungle for them to farm themselves.
And it'll be Boots 2 coming out from Stealth. Most likely going to be going into those pen boots sooner rather than later. But starting off with this helmet has maybe put a dent in the build. Where does he go next? Does he go for the Doom Orb? Does he go for Warlocks, as we know he has loved for so long? Or maybe even more utility for Gem of Isolation, cooldown reduction with Chronos?
Book of Thoth, Chronos Pendant, I guess would be two calls that he could be looking for here.
Okay.
We'll see as it works out, because he's got enough penetration now, right? He just needs the damage to go with it.
Wow, Omega actually taking this fight, and for some reason, Divios is just allowing damage to get swung into the Robin. So much coming out beautiful.
Oh, turns it around. Omega's low on mana there as well, so Divios did win the trade, but backs away, knowing that there could be some pressure. MLC Stealth with an ultimate there, because Cyclone versus Zapman is going on, and Zap's in trouble.
Yeah, Zap has already used his ultimate. The roll's down, and he's... Oh,
Gonna get away. The dot will
out.
not kill him. That last should he survive with the barest amount of health. Cyclone, though, is going to escape. djpernicus cannot really continue the chase because of the rotation coming from Envy.
Very smart of DJ to get in there and then not chase that kill. There was no tunnel vision. This will allow Zapman to get out of that fight. However, they will lose their board, so still a small win for CycloneSpin.
Small win indeed, as once again, Ravana returning back from base is Divios on that right-hand side there. Having to manually walk back because of the Wrath, and so is Bellona. But that's a benefit that Omega's going to have all game long until at least level 12, where he's going to have that teleport.
Mid lane, MLC Stealth continues to keep the pressure on at level 8. Can we actually hover on Nua here? Let's see that levels. And it's going to be 2 levels into minions, as to be expected. 4 levels into Shining Metal. I assume she's going to finish the Shining Metal off, but she could go for Fire Shards at level 9.
We'll keep an eye on that one. Should be hitting level 9 relatively soon. Probably another minion wave. And it'll be good. Good wall from Aror, though. Going to freeze onto Kiki, who was there for the peel. He took a lot of poke at Kiki, but he's not panicking, which is the main thing, and going to just walk away.
Didn't even use his dash.
That's what I mean. Just no hesitation, and just relax.
Just walking away, cool as a cucumber. MLC Stealth getting some more experience with the backhands. Kiki to hit level 7 pretty soon. MLC Stealth will hit level 9 on this wave, so we'll find out. I would assume it's going to be Fire Shards with how many rotations have happened.
Now, the biggest issue for Envy in this game is that if they do win engagements and they look to put pressure on towers, they do not have any Hunter. They have an Assassin, which means Cyclone has to live in these engagements for them to really get any sort of tower pressure going.
Wow, Stealth going real deep here. Aurora taking a lot of damage.
Wow.
Fire Shards is level 2. Would have guaranteed the kill in a few seconds, so good play by Envy.
Cyclone going to invade the jungle, look for the red buff, which is currently down. Zapman picked that one up for himself there, just to secure it. Instead, Cyclone going to invade the back harpies here, gets support from Kiki, and nobody there to defend.
Again, we're looking at Envy with a comp that should be considered a late-game composition, and yet they're up 4-0 at just 7 minutes. 2,100 gold lead already.
Left-hand side, Cyclone going aggressive on Zapman yet again. Jumps in, stuns him as well. Zap returns some damage. Cyclone not willing to dive right now. Oh, because Eonic's there, and he will get away.
Eonic will take, some damage. Zapman very off that third shot, which is a little worrisome. Usually Zapman's much more accurate than that, and I hope that's not spelling. I hope that's just like a one-off and not something that we're going to see as a pattern for the rest of the game, because Zapman has definitely been the backbone so far.
Eonic's ult being on cooldown right now, so he's just going to return back to his off the jungle, pick up the left-hand harpies on the way. In the jungle on the right side, though, Divios being aggressive, looking to try and steal away some balls potentially there, but they're not available right now as Omega's kept them on farm so far. That Wrath has not made an impact at all, Diem.
I mean, he's getting a little bit more jungle farm, I would suppose, but given the fact that Omega is level 11 as well, I don't think Divios has really done himself a favor here. Although in the end game, there really isn't a better confirm for the Fire Giant than that Wrath.
Now, how do you feel about the Hide of the Nemesis Lion coming out from Omega early on? Omega already gone for a Hide of the Nemesis Lion as his first major item. I mean, I guess he's against some multiple physical characters here, Diem, but I'm just not so sure about it.
Zapman gets some free farm. I'll head back to the base. He has nothing but boots. I would assume he's going to go into that similar build with, you know, the Aussie and the Ickfall. We see an Ickfall coming out from Kali already. Likely that the next item is going to be Fatalis, and then directly into, of course, the Chin Size.
DJ going to try and reflect some damage back there. Didn't really come up with a double tap. Kiki,
caught him.
And find. Well, he was really looking for the pluck after the tail whip if he could find it, but he didn't manage.
But
to.
he actually stopped the Swift Vengeance there. He caught the dash with that tail whip. I'm surprised that he didn't trade out the Aurora freeze for that throw.
Look at Omega right now. He's just like proxy farming the wave as his aggression in the middle again. Aurora walking a little bit too far forward here. Needs to be careful. Actually going to pop his ult, scared of getting flung. Turns the attention back onto Kiki again with the freeze. And actually the best of the drums of War will pick up a kill. And Aurora will pick up Eonic too. Aurora's going to die though because look who's around the back.
Oh, not paying attention. Omega's proxy farm winds up paying dividends as he was just close enough to find him before the return. Omega gets 1 kill. Eager finding 2 in that engagement as CycloneSpin rotates over.
Aurora played that really well, in fairness. He thought he was going to get flung, so he pops his ultimate, realizes that he could turn immediately because they close the gap on him, swings back around. Zapman going to get the snipes off onto Stealth, forcing the fire shards out. Waiting for the landing, though, is Divios trying to pick up the kill with Ravana and will do so. Divios under pressure here, going to get hit by the big ultimate, and he is Carly's target.
And that will be a pretty big drop if they let this go.
Scourge is available.
And that mesmerized from the best saves it
so well. Bludgeon comes out from Omega, hitting onto djpernicus, forcing back both teams there. The best's crash was amazing. The Mez just paid it off.
You know, you got to remember that with the changes to Kali, she's getting a small amount of healing and bonus gold, whether or not she gets the kill. Cyclone has no way to help Kiki here. It really comes down to if Eager can continue. Kiki a little greedy going for that shot in the back.
Going for damage, and Cyclone, talking about greedy, he's very low on health here. Still has his ultimate available, however, but Zapman gives him a warning shot, and then immediately Cyclone's like, all right, I'm out. I'm not going to go for this red anymore.
Eonic rotating back down. Left side, Harpy's about to spawn. You'll notice a small grouping on the bottom side. Kiki going to take a trip back to the base. CycloneSpin not in the best of health either as he turns his sight to the boars.
Yeah, Eagle have done a good job of getting themselves back into this game because EnVy were just looking like they were going to run away with this one, especially after the double kill onto Stealth at the beginning of the game, then the invasions and the pickup for CycloneSpin. But that answer in mid lane has slowed the pace a little bit here of EnVy's runaway train.
I mean, take a look at the gold. We'll go to the graphs here. It was 2,100. Eager gets a little bit back. In fact, a 900 swing.
Actually, an experience lead for Eager now, especially after losing all that jungle that they did early on in the pressure. This is a good response from Eager with their composition. It's starting to pay off for them now as they're combining well in this mid lane.
The play of the game, definitely for me so far, goes to the best. Omega has an opportunity to get the kill. He tries to give it to Cyclone. Cyclone doesn't really have a line to it. It winds up getting dropped, and they both reinitiate. And it would have been guaranteed. The Scourge was coming up in just like 1 or 2 seconds. And then out of nowhere, you see the best dive into danger, but getting a double mez off, creating just enough distance for Aurora to escape.
You saw Eager swing around towards the Gold Fury there, looking to try and catch somebody out in the jungle, but Kiki, well aware of it. The rest of his team did the red buff in his position. It was very good.
Did you notice Kiki throws down the Sentry Ward there, but gives the final hit to CycloneSpin?
Extra 50 gold.
Extra 50 gold. He's actually going into the Chin Size now, so he'll have a huge power spike in about 7 minutes or so. After that, he'll be looking for Fatalis, and then from there, Kali is a nightmare.
Yeah. Builds from both the hunters there. Well, class them as hunters, but one's an assassin. You can see they're very, very similar in terms of build. A little bit of an advantage, though, at the moment for Cyclone, as he does have his second relic online right now, which is the Blink, just to help him close the gap and hold his jump even more often if he needs to. Zapman hasn't gone back to base yet, so still only with that one relic right now. He needs to be careful that Cyclone doesn't go for the all-in.
Eager still down 2 kills. You'll note the gold is getting better for EnVy as time goes on. The farm just seems to be a little bit stronger. We see pings coming out left side. He caught the dash.
He caught the dash, but he gets the purification from Zapman. Zapman just retreats back with the roll. And Cyclone will be happy with that purification for Blink. He can still look for the aggression again after that.
djpernicus moving into lane here against 3 as you'll see the best rotating down, Aurora rotating down as well. The Gold Fury being gestured here as Cyclone starts rotating back over.
Talking about the best in the mid lane on that Raijin as well. Has completed Doom Orb now and now 6 stacks online, so starting to catch up in the build, especially because Stealth got some great damage off early and you saw some more of it there in that mid lane.
So Stealth picks up a lost artifact. Now there is a few options here. It's very unlikely that we're going to see him go into Rada Tahuti this early, but both Doom Orb and Chronos Pendant both have massive advantages for Nua, whose cooldowns are notably very long.
And to be fair, for the Doom Orb here as well, he's not that late in the game to really pick it up just now. He's still less than 14 minutes in, working towards that one. He should hit it by around around 60 minutes. So by that point, it should be okay.
Gold Fury being gestured once again, and yeah, the creeps come out. We actually see the clay minions.
Well,
I wonder if Best makes the opportunity here. Does he try to go in?
Divios has got teleport now. Zapman's in the sky looking for the snipes again. The reset this time is much better as TheBest. Use the drums of war there as well to put some pressure onto Kiki. The reset means that they're going to see a fight with 2 ultimates down on the side of Eager.
Divios in the backline might go for the steal. A nice reset from Envy to bait it out. Fire shards for some damage. Best in the backline taking a lot from the bludgeon, and Omega should find the kill. No, Best able to get away just
Eonic
barely.
might find it though because he dives into the back. Gonna use the Berserker Barrage and pick it up. Dashes away to get away from Divios as well. The Gold Fury still stands, but the aggression from Envy as they continue in the jungle.
Aror didn't quite get over the threshold of the wall, and a jump over from CycloneSpin finds a kill. That's going to be a 2-for-0 engage, and with a fair amount of health still on the board for the Blue Boys, they're going to go right for the Gold Fury.
Well, they're going to take the red buff first of all. DJ just going to stand and watch that one. He's the only one here to really defend. Divios at half health at the moment, has no teleport available, so if he wants to contest this, he has to hang around. No ultimate available for him either, as the boys of Envy start up this Gold Fury, and it's dropping quickly enough.
djpernicus has already burned the Retribution Shield, the dash on cooldown as well. Divios makes an attempt, but will find nothing but the quickest way back to the base for it.
Well, definitely one of the fastest ways. Sadly, though, Eonic took the kill there. Cyclone, it was his target there, so he could have got a little bit more bonus gold, which would have got his chins online a little bit earlier. But still, all good for Envy. All that hard work Eager did to get themselves back towards even, and Envy just accelerate after one team fight.
CycloneSpin going back to the base with that health can mean only one thing, and Kali's biggest power spike is online. Shinsai's are finished. He has a blink available as well, making him a death sentence for anyone he chooses to kill.
His blink is back available as well, so just keep an eye on him versus Zapman over in that dual lane once more, as those two will keep going at it. Cyclone will not be scared to back down in that fight whatsoever right now, especially, like you said, with that power spike.
Kiki trying to hold the wave off for MLC Stealth, who does not go for the Doom Orb. He does go for that Chronos Pendant, which is a fair amount of damage and a massive amount of cooldown reduction, allowing him to use those very impressive fire shards a little bit more often.
And that's kind of what the whole job of Stealth is in this game, is to provide support more than anything else. Support from the backside in terms of damage, control if required, and see how those minions are actually just going to slow that minion wave coming in a little bit and allow his teammates to get in position to soak the experience with him.
djpernicus takes a little bit of damage and forced to jump away. Eonic will control the mid lane with the help of MLC Stealth. Aror throwing his wall out pretty early.
Builds in the solo lane as well. Just have a little look there. As you can see, we've got the hiding minion line online for Omega alongside a Wing Blade. Working towards that Frostbound Hammer once again. Meanwhile, Divios, he went for the Breastplate of Valor and then just rank 1 of potentially a Spirit Robo Hide of the Edge, and then instead switched over for an Iqval.
Yeah, the Iqval, I think, might wind up coming back to haunt him at this stage, considering this is where the points where you want to start getting that attack speed reduction online. You see Omega already going for the Frostbound Hammer, has a Nemean Lion for a deterrence as well. Going to be really up to the best to try to take down Omega at this point. And if you want to use your combo on a Bellona, just good luck.
Zapman, level 14 to the level 16 of CycloneSpin here as well. Has to play this very defensively because Cyclone, with that red buff as well as the chins, will put out a lot of damage as a double tap hit from Eonic in mid lane. Just general poke onto Aurora here. Nothing too much to write home about.
Yeah, only about 350 damage. Zapman taking a lot. I don't think there's much of an escape here. He's going to have to ult. No! CycloneSpin does not jump far enough, and as a result, Zapman gets a free escape.
I think Zapman chose wisely there. He could have burnt his Purification there. You can see the blink was used by Cyclone to close the gap, but he realized he wasn't going to get 100 to 0. He could roll away after the stun, did so, and now he'll heal a little bit off those minions. So with that Assy, it's helping him out a little bit in the lane. Still got to watch his positioning though, every so often. His mid lane's getting pressured here by Envy after the rotation from DJ to the left.
Eonic taking some damage there, but of course not enough to send him away. The first structure to fall, and it will be the mid-tier 1 for Eager.
Cyclone going to take away the red buff in the jungle as well as the team tried to rotate of Eager to defend the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Now with 3 more members of Envy in the jungle on the left-hand side, they could potentially look towards the tier 1 tower in left.
Yeah, they're rushing this pretty heavily.
I mean, they've got with the fact they've got MLC there with those clay minions, they can just pressure this over and over again. They've got to be careful with Kali though, because Kali has to be in melee, and she's going to get pressured there a little bit at the beginning.
Divios burns his teleport to come over and save this. Sprint burned on the side of Envy as Divios barely whiffs that shot. Minions will keep him honest, but not honest enough. Good flip. avoiding all damage and the stun.
Omega could get caught out of position here, swinging around the back. I say out of position, but he gets a big bludgeon off on DJ, who gets flipped into the team, and Cyclone gets credit for the kill. Eonic's going to the sky on this Thor as well, looking to dunk down. Who's the target going to be?
He actually will go for Zapman. The Purification Beads burned early. Sanctuary done as well. The sights turn to the best. Fire Shards come out. CycloneSpin, not in the brightest of health, but still has his ultimate available.
Yeah, the 5 shots from Stealth did secure Zapman as they dive in the tower here. Kiki tanking this one up. On the back, there's 2 members trying to defeat the best, who's not got his crash available. Aror has to pop his ultimate to get some good damage off. They will get credit for potentially 1 kill there, possibly no. Divios is against the world now.
A perfect stun from Eonic, a critical health, and a nice fling from Kiki right after sends what is most likely going to be a soft deicide, as djpernicus will have to do something to defend this tier 2. No, he's going to let it go.
Oh, can he really defend against 5 members, Diem? Come on.
With that health, no, you know what? If he was almost any other character, there was a
possibility. He might find a
possibility.
lazy back here if he's lucky, as the tier 2 tower is going to fall here. He's going to swing around the back. There's going to be multiple members still hanging around. DJ thinks better of it and returns to mid lane.
4 for 0 and 2 structures on the board. Let's go to the graphs and show you Envy has a huge spike now, 8,800 gold, their senior.
And that was 2,000 gold. It just accelerated for Envy there with that engagement. That whole team fight generated 2,000 extra gold in their pockets. And they went back to base and started buying those items immediately. And Fatality is now finished for CycloneSpin on that Carly.
Right side blue buff to fall. Likely to go to Omega, as you see a Silver Talisman being picked up. Frostbound Hammer done, a ton of attack speed reduction, as well as having that Nemean Lion for control as well. CycloneSpin gets the Fatalis online for Kali's second biggest power spike, and at level 19, 3 levels ahead of Zapman, I would say is the person we're looking to carry the game.
And when we talk about teams as well, look at the 3 wing blades on the side of EnVyUs to deal with Nemesis. Like the moment you get hit by Nemesis, you're going to get that movement speed increase. It's not going to work as you want it to. 3 members, and it's the frontline 3 members that have actually picked that one up.
Eonic sniffs out a possible steal for the Fire Giant. Looks like they're not going to go for it. Yeah, they're going to
They're going to go for it. The Gold Fury is still being done by Envy at the moment. They're trying to bring down the Gold Fury as the Fire Giant started.
They don't have the damage.
It's going to take a long time, this.
They don't have anywhere near enough damage, and Eonic is here.
Zapson left, so I don't think they're going to have it at all. No opportunity for him to do it. Zap's trying to farm up there, but they're getting collapsed on in the jungle here from 2 angles.
A free Gold Fury as they begin this fight. Best already very low as CycloneSpin finds the kill with the bleed. Goes right to the back line. Will push out Divios, and it looks like Kiki trying to find a huge amount of damage. I did not expect it to do anywhere near that amount.
Really good damage there. Wolf from Aror comes out trying to slow it down to give an opportunity for djpernicus to escape danger, but surrounded by Mulpamez is going to get a shield to heal himself, uses his dash twice, that's on cooldown, as are his purification, as is his respawn time.
Yeah, Zapman still pushing over in the left side. Fairly healthy Envy with the help of these new minions going to push down another structure. They're already 11,000 gold in the lead. Let's make it 12.5. Or, no, it's going to be 12.
Look at that. Omega's already teleported to the left-hand side to stop Zapman from pushing down that tower as well.
All that work.
Mid lane being pressured by Aror here, but a teleport from Eonic.
They're just shutting down every form of control that they could possibly have. And very smart. Envy decides not to push the envelope, not to, go for that luck press.
Pinch them here, though. Is the question going to get the root off onto stealth?
He's going to
uses
die.
The fog, takes a lot of poke pressure. Overhead kick to keep himself alive, ults onto the team, and now reinforcements have arrived.
Kiki actually pretty low here. MLC stealth low as well. No ultimate available. Shots from Zapman. Good wall from Aror. Slows damage, and Zapman will find the kill. CycloneSpin still very healthy as Eonic comes in. Best jumps over the wall, and he's going to find some trouble here.
Cyclone going to keep going in, as is Eonic with the dunk. The Sanctuary will stop the damage, but it won't stop the Berserker Barrage. Double tap coming out. In hands look good as well. Eonic falls, though, to Zapman, who's getting out some good damage in this fight.
That's the target. CycloneSpin not going to get it. Jumps forward. He's very low here. Zapman, perfect bait, actually winds up getting a small win there for Eager, but how much damage has been done?
Disarm from Omega there with the Scourge, turning to Zapman, who rolls away, gets shield bash, bludgeon connects as well. Nothing can stop Omega under the tower now, not even the minions. Divios may trade this one out, though.
Yeah, I think Omega is going to fall here, and that 100% has to do with the fact that Divios backed off. When that bludgeon came out, it would have been enough damage to kill Zapman after 1 auto attack if Divios hadn't backed off. By stepping outside the swing, he reduced the damage of the ability, guaranteeing Zapman a little bit more health. Had he moved forward, it would have been a quicker kill and a quicker escape. It would have negated 2 of the Phoenix shots. Divios calculated all of that, got out of there, and ensured the kill.
Well, EnVy are looking to try and continue winning ways based off at least the Pro League after last season here. This is the first 2 games of the season for them up against Eager. They've won the first one. The second one is looking good for them right now, but the way they're fighting at the moment, they're giving Eager an opportunity potentially to get back into this.
A 9-level advantage for EnVy right now. Biggest note would be Eonic 4 levels ahead of djpernicus.
And that happened game 1 too.
4 levels, though?
Yeah, it was 4 levels there as well. But a rough situation right now for the jungle. I just don't feel this Nemesis pick has worked out. Honestly, Wingblade has carried it. They've used sprints as well. The tanky lineup. I mean, when they managed to use the ultimate well, djpernicus has got some good pressure up with it and forced some damage, but it just doesn't seem to have combined. Whether it's the Nemesis or whether it's the Ymir Nemesis combo is what's not worked.
I'm looking at the Frostbound Hammer finally built for Divios. Eonic finds himself in enemy territory, able to escape. That Wingblade still available, ensuring the escape happens. Fire Giant still up as Aror moves forward. Ward going to be spotted. He drops it right at Auror's feet, so Aror knows where to counter ward.
Fire Giant hasn't been started by either team yet, but Eager don't know that, so they're trying to get a position to have a little look-see and see if this is going on. So Zapman, djpernicus are all hanging around, as is Divios. They're trying to de-ward on their way, and djpernicus ate a lot of poke for trying to clear that ward out.
That's half his health. He's going to probably have to take a trip back to the base. You see Kiki in the mid lane trying to keep that wave pushed.
Though. Love what Stealth was doing there, just hiding in the fog over and over.
And I think they could start the Fire Giant safely here. Eager has to find a way in. Divios getting pinched.
Gonna get stunned. Takes a lot of poke damage. Looking for an overhead kick. He's gonna ult away, but look, ult straight into Stealth is waiting for him. Divios is dead.
Wait, no, Eonic didn't get the double tap. Will find it with the Berserker Barrage. They just lost almost their entire front line. Aror has been trying to peel in the back line, so without Divios playing that front line pressure, I don't see them having much control here.
Are they even going to contest it? Is the question. They're going to hide in the fog once again at EnVy, trying to close the gap. Eonic teleports to a wall, goes to the skies. He's looking for Zappy. I think he is.
Where are you going?
He went to the wave instead.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see here. Fire Giant still available. We have 2 in the mid lane.
DJ split pushing a little bit here. Trying to take a tier 1 tower. Changes his mind, goes into the jungle. Back farming.
25 minutes with 1 dead and Fire Giant available. I don't think back camps is the right call.
Well, I think now they got spotted over there. Look at this. EnVy just going to rush this Fire Giant down. Zapman aware of it. Aurora aware of it.
Can Aurora blink in?
Front line to deal with.
Aurora needs to get this blink.
Zap snipes.
He took too much damage already. Zapman's ultimate has already been burned, and they're going to abandon the Fire Giant, take the fight. Aurora already down. Omega to the back line. Decent damage onto the best. Taken out as well. Cyclone with the double.
Yeah, help with the 5 shots from MLC Stealth there. Now Zapman under pressure in the mid lane. Going to be pressured down. Divios' respawn teleports in, but a triple kill to Cyclone.
I don't see a penta happening, but I think a quadra is not completely out of the question, or at least a soft quadra as he rushes forward. There's no escape for Divios here.
Omega going to give chase as well. Minion Wave will help them out. Going to turn attention to djpernicus as well here. Using the shield to keep himself alive for the time being. Cyclone still considering going in. Eonic goes in deep with the ultimate. Wall does not connect. However, the Phoenix can be focused here.
Swift Vengeance used to get DJ out of there, but with the creeps coming in and Cyclone's attack speed, it's going to be a hard press for them to get in there and save this bird. It's going to fall, and the right side is weakened.
Divo's gets hit by the double tap, not too worried about it. Meanwhile, the middle Phoenix falls down to Stealth and Kiki combine him.
Clay Minion's going to be used just to control some space there. Aurora runs right in, actually double steps for a second, making sure that he's in a safe situation. Realizes that he actually got baited by it. They'll lose their blue.
Ionic lazy backing, going to get froze from the blink from Aurora. Has to use Purification. Still giving chase to his Divios. Looking for some extra pressure. Ionic jumps to the hammer. DJ is now here as well. Omega is now the focus.
DJ needed to burn his ultimate already. I mean, he's waiting way too long. He puts it off, but eventually the Eagles rally comes out. Kiki in a good situation here. Shouldn't have too much trouble escaping unless Best gets that big combo off.
There's the drums of war coming out from the Best, as well as the Aurora to keep Kiki pinned down, crashing into him.
Cyclone.
Still alive is Kiki, though, as Cyclone jumps in. The Eonic's in the air right now. Cyclone gets one, as Zapman finally picks up Kiki, but Zap picks up Omega too. Zap's going off.
Cyclone still has his ultimate, but doesn't use it in time. Zapman comes up big with a triple. Aurora's still available. He needs 3 shots here. First one, second one's good. Third one doesn't even need it. Best finds it over the wall. A return kill for MLC Stealth. Now fighting off against one. Divios trying to push his luck here. He notices that target. Notices, however, the Collie's nowhere around. MLC will have to give up the chase as the Fire Minions move back to the mid lane.
And that all started from Eonic lazy backing in the jungle after taking the buff. The fight raged on from there. Omega, Kiki, they both hang around trying to support him. They end up getting in a fight they don't want to do as the whole of Eager respawn, come back at them. It's still not good enough from Eager, though, because they can't get the Fire Giant, and they've still got 2 Phoenixes down.
But Zapman not willing to zip up that backpack just yet, continues keeping this team on their toes. 5-4-4, the only positive on his team. Divios, of course, even at 3-3-5. But djpernicus at 0-4, 2-6 from the mid lane, 1-7. The Cog Boys not really pulling their weight today.
Been a bit of a rough situation for them so far in this game. And now, once again, it's back to the same old. Clear out these fire minions, defend the Fire Giant, hope to keep this game going.
And remember, Envy can bait the Fire Giant all they want. Eager at any point, you could just have Divios jump in and hit that hog. And it's, you know,
good
GG
point.
Fire
We
Giant.
don't mention the Wrath there. And you can actually see what happens when a member does have Wrath. It's like the old support days. You kill the guy with the Wrath, and then you do the Fire Giant. And
Well,
they did it last game, the last fight, you know?
killing a Raven's not always the easiest thing, but Raven choosing to go into what looks like chin size this stage of the game instead of defense, okay?
Well, if you can get in and get that ultimate off, ult in rather, and get the Wrath off, he could potentially steal it away. Zapman combining here.
This is
with
where they
DJ.
lost the last game.
And once again, it looks like we're going to see a rush from Envy for the Fire Giant here.
That's it, yeah. I mean, they recognize what's going on here. The Gold Fury is going to take way too long. Omega perfectly tanking the Fire Giant, of course. And right as we get into the lava phase, you're going to see this taken down. A free Fire Giant for the boys in blue as they're going to look to close out Game 2.
You completely called this as well. The moment they did Gold Fury last game is the moment Envy got the Fire Giant. It's happened again. Zapman showing himself on the left-hand side means that Envy will pressure mid lane. djpernicus now backing after taking away the balls on the left as well. We're going to see a final defense from Eager here. If they can do as well as they did in the last engagement, maybe they've still got a shot at this one, but this time around, Envy have a Fire Giant.
There's still 2 birds down as well. They can go to try to close out the third one, you know, try to take the fight there, but Eager doesn't really have a great position either way. CycloneSpin, it looks like it's going to push the creeps up, going very deep for this.
Yeah, Clayman's going to run in there from stealth as well, just to give vision more than anything else. Not necessarily to try and get aggro of the tower or put poke pressure on it. Just give vision of where people's position is around that area. As, once again, Ravana on the right-hand side defending the Phoenix, which is about to respawn there. DJ mid defending the Phoenix, about to respawn there. Plenty of options for Envy to aggress on here. Looking for a single target, potentially, as DJ just dashed in mid lane. If the wall connects from Envy, from Eonic, sorry, they could look to go. Did get the double tap there.
Eonic actually has that wall fully leveled at this point, which means a very long stun time. Getting that before DJ can actually get the retribution off. Mid Phoenix respawns, right Phoenix respawns. Cyclone unable to move in. Kiki takes a couple hundred damage for his shovel.
He is melee after all, take that into account. It's very difficult to get him on the right-hand side there. There's still pressure. His 4 members of MB now group up here. Pressure onto Omega, who has to dash away. The ult from djpernicus came out, as does the ult from TheBest, which put a lot of pressure onto Stealth, who's trying to get to the sky, and he will get to the sky in time. But will he survive still?
Zapman from the edge. Just barely finds the kill after a great meditation as well, but they've only gotten 1 so far. CycloneSpin finds a double. They're going to rush right in, trying for it. Kiki going for it a little bit more. Cyclone all the way to the back line. That's going to be a triple kill. He's going right for it. He's going to go. He's got the Quadra if he picks the right target. Quadra kill, looking for the big one, and it's going to be a Penta 2-0. Envy takes down Eager.
Carly, AD carry is the name of the game. Will we see it in the rest of the season? We'll find out. But substitute Eonic steps into this game, and Envy clean sweep Eager 2-0 as the Titan falls. Omega with the celebrations.
Poor Kiki's like, come on, man. Help me kill this Titan, dude. Like, I'm just an alligator.
Really
Crocodile?
good play.
Crocodile.
Never smile at a crocodile.
That's fine.
Unless you're winning games.
That was a pretty fantastic ending. I think the 2-star players for me have to be Zapman and CycloneSpin, both on the edge of really carrying their teams. But of course, Kali in the end game with such a huge advantage with gold, experience, and the Fire Giant finds himself a Penta for the cleanup.
Really, really good play from the boys of Envy. That will give him a 2-0 win overall. But let's go back to First Blood, the beginning of the game, all that way back when. And it went over to MLC Stealth, which, to be fair, was a beautiful double.
This was just one of the best plays I've seen in so long. You see it. He almost took the auto attack. He positioned to take it, and he's like, wait, I have my route. I'm going to wait. Then the minions walk over. DJ actually pulled the minions over and blocked TheBest by accident. He gets another one and immediately goes into the route. Doesn't miss a single auto attack. MLC Stealth should switch to Hunter.
And the big thing there was when you saw that, he used the auto attack, missed DJ, but it hit a minion. That's what gave him the passive minion. I'm going to hold this until I get a line of sight. Finds the line of sight. finds the kill. Let's have a little look at some of the plays from that game. I wonder which ones we're going to see.
Well, let's start with Eonic here in the mid-game. 19-7 reads the score as he goes for it. CycloneSpin finds himself with a kill. Actually, no, we're going to see the CycloneSpin rush to start.
I mean, there was multiple opportunities where you could have said Cyclone had opportunities to potentially pick up a pentakill as well, but gets the triple there, and this is the end of the game where he just goes and picks one target after the other. He realizes priority targets. That's all it is.
Those hard carries, those hyper carries. He finds one pretty early, gets another one, dives right to the back line, finds Zapman, and goes right into the base here. And you notice he goes basically for Aror first and then goes into the best. Gets it before the ult wears off, and he takes the fountain damage.
And that was a big key. He had his ultimate still available when he got to the fountain. He was like, well, this is a guaranteed pentakill now because, I mean, and I believe that definitely makes Cyclone clear lead of the most pentakills in competitive play.
That was 2 or 3?
I think it's 3 now.
Is that his third one?
I think it's his third one now, which puts him miles, well, 2 ahead of anybody else, I believe.
Envy still has to face off against Enemy. Envy still has to face off against Luminosity. Obviously, and Soar, you know, some of your bigger names in North America, but a clean start with Eager, who found themselves over the Flex Boys pretty early on, of course, talking about Allegiance. Let's talk to the solo laner, Omega, who had little problem with the former best player in the world, Divios, in this set.
Omega, how you doing, buddy?
I'm just chilling. Just chilling. How you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Good performance from you guys today.
The first thing I want to talk about is you're basically playing Loki with the proxy farm, and you just barely get to the kill behind the tier 1. Tell me about what was going on there.
Get to the kill behind the tier 1? What tier 1?
You were Bellona.
You're proxy farming between tier 1 and tier 2, and you walked a bit. Oh, look, free kill. Thanks very much.
Yeah, no, actually, I TP'd over. I TP'd at level 5. I saw that he had Wrath, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get boots, and then TP to their red buff, and we were able to get first blood and red buff and everything.
Talk to me about that Wrath a little bit more, Omega. How do you feel about Wrath? Is it viable in this solo lane?
I actually have used it quite a bit in scrims. I like it more on the Guardian solo when Guardians have a lot of trouble clearing big minions and hogs and securing their blue buff. So it's actually not bad, especially like on Athena when you have your ult. You can go anywhere.
Yeah, I've done it a lot. Wrath? You're just using it on like the big creeping wave and the boar in the jungle. Is that generally what you use it for?
I typically use it to steal their board just for free, like walk in, auto it a couple times, hog, and then go back to lane. And then when their blue's coming up, it's a guaranteed secure unless they have a lot of CC. So hog is not that bad. He wasn't able to make any use of it because I guess his team was behind. So
now I'm going to have my boar stolen and ranked every 5 seconds. This is great.
No, that's only the reason. Other questions for you, Omega. How's the team working out? You've got Masked coming onto the team now. Eonic put on a good performance for you today. You're not going to consider leaving him in the jungle? You're definitely going to go with Masked?
Yeah, Eonic played amazing. Big shout-outs to him. But yeah, we are practicing a lot with Mask. We're really confident with him, and we're super stoked to play with him week 2.
Cool. With that, I assume that Eonic's going to be going back to analysis, but we'll talk about one more of the roster changes, and that will be CycloneSpin moving from the solo lane to the Hunter. Now, we saw him go against Zapman and just do amazingly. Tell me a little bit about this, because last season you talked about how you thought he was the best player in the world, and that was like extremely hard for you to say. Do you think he's better over there?
I think he's the best mechanical AD carry right now. He still has a lot of work to do on like team fights and stuff, but I think right now he's best mechanically. And if the soul lane meta shifts and like assassins are favored in the soul lane, I'll switch to AD carry, and then we'll go from there.
Famous Omega Apollo. That was gonna happen.
No, I only play on her.
Only on her.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, an incredible set, an incredible ending. Thank you for joining us. Any shout-outs you have before we let you go?
Shout-outs to EnVyUs, greatest org I've ever been with. Shout-outs to Eonic for playing with us today. He didn't have to, he did, and he played really well, and I'm super happy for him. And yeah, thank you guys for casting a great game.
Thank you, Omega. We really enjoyed that set. Good luck in the rest of the season for you and the Envy boys. That puts them 2-0 in the Pro League now after their first week of competition. That's the end of North America this week. However, we do have some European action tomorrow still.
That's right. Paradigm will finally make their first game happen. We're going to do Monday Night Smite tomorrow night. Paradigm versus Fnatic.
That'll start at 3 p.m. EST, which in Europe will be 9 p.m. CEST after the clocks have gone forward. Yes.
With that, the SPL is almost done this week. We have one more game tomorrow, but the SCL continues with North American Xbox. We have more action with the semifinals starting up in just a bit. Stick around.